Knightfall, you play Talus.
Yes.
I would imagine that one of the big draws for you to take that role was the chance to transform that way.
Completely. First of all, I read it and said, why would they think of me for this? You know, and my agent is, don't talk yourself out of a job, moron.
Were there other draws? Like, I don't know if you're a history buff at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I love history, and I especially love it when it's made entertaining by drawing you in with compelling characters and interesting storyline. The thing I felt was that I had sort of an idealized view of knights from Camelot and Ivanhoe, and you know, it was all very gallant and pristine and clean and beautiful. And then you look at the life that these guys had, and they were one of the richest orders in the world. You know, they started world banking, where you could deposit jewels and gold and so forth, and get a chit and cash it somewhere. That's how they became so wealthy. At one point, they owned the entire island of Cyprus, and yet they led these bleak lives, you know, of poverty, even though they were so wealthy. And, you know, with the research I was doing, I thought that to live in those times where 45 was considered old age, where you had to have 6 or 7 children so 2 could survive, it just, you know, the pestilence and the disease and it's just, as I say, all the glamour of the 14th century.
Right.
But I mean, I'm one of those people that I don't feel good unless I have a shower every morning. I don't think these guys ever showered. They use body odor as a weapon. Yeah, because they, you know, they.
Like my kids.
Well, you can only imagine what it's like when you think any minute could be your last, because the wholesale slaughter was unbelievable. Even that's a paradox. Men of God, you know, I say at one point, if you complete the training, you shall become one of God's executioners.
Right.
And you say, really, God's executioners? Look, I know the 10 Commandments, and thou shalt not kill is one of my favorites. Very close to thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. But more than any of them, I like that one. And I thought, how can that be? How can those two things coexist? And yet you see Talus, the character I play, is such a zealot and so devoted to Christ and sure that his way is the right way.